I'm Rika Brandon, Chief Executive Recruiter of Building Gurus, and now we're going to talk about stage two in our four-stage recruiting process. So stage two is called Design and Deliver. And this is where we go after we've ended that kickoff call and you're back to work and doing all of the other things you're doing, and we're getting to work on finding the best candidates for your open position. So during this phase, we're combining your understanding of your culture and the role and our understanding of the market, how to appeal to candidates, and how to get them to respond to our messages, as well as be interested in your opportunity. So during this time, we're developing your recruiting blueprint. This is that customized recruiting strategy that's specific to your position, your needs, and your market. During that, we execute it. And when we're executing that, we are building our HIPO hit list. So of course, HIPO stands for high potential, and hit list is these are people we want to get a yes, no, or not right now from. We typically target between 100 to 150 people for this list. That allows us to have a lot of people say no and still make sure we're getting enough people for you to feel good about making a qualified choice. We typically are looking for at least 3 candidates and no more than 5. The reality is, if somebody's sending you 11 resumes, they're not paying that close of attention. So our goal is always 3 to 5 qualified, interested candidates for you to search from. Now, the reality is, in building products for some of these roles, it's going to be hard to find more than 3. And frankly, it might be hard to find 3 depending on your market and how niche the search is. But don't worry, we'll be talking about that as we go through. And before we get to this stage, you'll know if I have concerns or questions about what we're targeting. Now that we have that HIPO hit list, we're able to create recruiting pitches. And what that means is these are the messages, the voicemails, the scripts we use when we're reaching out to the candidates. Because when we do start reaching out to candidates, we're going to reach out to them through at least 3 different channels. Typically, that is a social media channel, a phone, text or call, as well as email. So with that, we are trying multiple email addresses because frankly, you never know if it's one they've abandoned, as well as multiple phone numbers and multiple social media sites because we're looking for a yes, no, or not right now. And that's one of the big differences between working with a third-party recruiter and somebody internally. We have the resources and the time to find multiple ways to reach them and to consistently follow up with them with that yes, no, not right now. The other part is when we get them on the phone or we get them to respond to a message, we know how to take them from curious to warm if it's at all possible. And that's something that, frankly, most internal HR people haven't been trained on and don't necessarily understand how to. Now, there are some that are wired for it. They're recruiters at heart, and I love them. But for lots of them, it's just not their greatest strength, and they're going to struggle with it. So that is a big difference. I always say, people think that the difference is and why you pay a recruiter is because they can find people you can't. Well, it's getting easier and easier to find people now with all of the advantages in technology. But what's hard is to get them interested enough to get back to you. And then where we really earn our money, in my opinion, is we help you get to yes with the ones you want. And so I always say, recruiters cost more, but they're going to get you access to people who probably wouldn't respond to your internal efforts, and they're going to help you get to yes. So all of those awkward or slight miscommunications that happen when it's a potential job seeker talking to an HR person or a hiring manager go away because they're able to share openly with me and I'm able to share openly with you. So we're able to understand what everybody's bringing to the table. And my job is to help us understand how to get to yes or recognize we're not going to get to yes. So let's not waste our time on this anymore. So design and deliver is where we're truly executing on your personalized recruiting strategy, qualifying candidates, going through deep interviews, understanding what have they done, can they do it again, to make sure that we're sending you people that are qualified for the job. We're not going to waste your time with somebody who doesn't have the right experience, and we're going to present them to you. So at the end of design and deliver, you should have those 3 to 5 qualified interested candidates. We typically run on a 3-week cycle, so this should happen within 3 or 4 weeks. So we do typically move fast, and that is one of the things I'm known for because I don't want to be working on the same search with you for 6 months, and I don't think you want it to take that long either. All right, this is the end of design and deliver, and come to me to the next video for stage 3.